EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground right away. They're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you've got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
21. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And that will open up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I just picked the wrong freaking play. Pushed X instead of trying.
Might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
He's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
59. 5-9. Hey, Ram. Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Hey. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Black 80, black. Home to try. Rush in. Crowd right.
Back to throw here, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Baylor Tiger. 59. Go.
Herbert. And that will be incomplete. He left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, turn that down at all.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the Broncos 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Nix from the shotgun.
He caught that? Oh, he caught that.
His 2nd catch of the opening drive. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. That ties him with a couple of other tight ends from the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Here's Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bombers. Oh, I said. Captain. Ready.
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Nix to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harvey. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Denver.
They'll go play action with Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Oh, I said. Bombers. Captain.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Bo Nix, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Chargers 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, LA! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
To throw is Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Dances by him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Captain, ready. Away.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back in.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
To Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Chargers 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8. Again, it's Hampton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but it's not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Kappa. 5-9. Stay. 21. Hey, Ray.
Here's Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, it's Hampton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Go.
They run it here with Thompson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
12. Delta. Baylor Tiger. Go. Set.
Now it's Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden from 40 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 17-14.
Chargers 17. Broncos 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
They're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Nix. That one out wide and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 24. Broncos 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Gain of 5 brings up the second.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw again. The ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
So,
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them credit. They knew if they wanted to dial up on 4th, they executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. They work now on 2nd and 9. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown.
how did he get open like that? Damn.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Open man right side. That's McConkey.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. The main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keandre Randall-Smith with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now it's Nix.
And his pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bombers.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Here's Nix once more. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Nix.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That's taken in by Franklin.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
What's good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Allen. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers 38, Broncos 28. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat for the 1st down.
Well, the drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. By can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Hey, Sean, let's go! Captain. Bombers.
Throwing Nix.
He completes this to Sutton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
7-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, here's Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Nix to throw again.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Working out of the gun is Nix.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
First and goal.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This is third and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Gets this quickly to Ingram.
Nix's pass. Complete to number 1, Evan Ingram. A gain of 5 yards. Leads to
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. The kick by Lutz is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I'm getting paid talking rap.
for 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Herbert now to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden.
The screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Zone read and give the hand. Now the Broncos
That's what I wanted you to do.
Third and final timeout. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the throw left sideline.
No way, bro. He caught. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. No way he caught that.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And yes, he's in the end zone. So
Oh my God.
they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They run with Thompson. And some space here.
There he goes again. Inside the 10.
And he's in for a touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Any thoughts about overtime? It ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's first down.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Slow. Away. Captain. Away.
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Another try, second and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Hey, kill. Captain.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for L.A., it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We bout to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight.